Welcome to the Your Fitness Chick podcast. Become your best self. I'm your host, Abby Smiley Krause. I am a personal trainer, a wellness enthusiast, and I'm not gonna lie, a certified dog-obsessed human. This isn't just another fitness podcast. It's your wake-up call to level up your life. In this podcast, I'll be diving into everything from crushing your workouts to shifting your mindset, because being your best self isn't just about lifting weights, it's about lifting your life. Whether you're here to get fit, find inspiration, or just stop settling for an average life, you're in the right place. We're talking about tapping into your full potential, expanding your horizons, and building a life so good, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. So let's lace up, show up, and start making things happen. This isn't just a podcast. It's your permission slip to dream big, work hard, and create the life you've always wanted. Join me here every Tuesday for a fresh episode. Welcome back to Your Fitness Chick podcast, where science meets sass and your breakthrough begins. I'm Abby, your fitness chick, personal trainer, certified nutritionist, and your no BS guide to living stronger, longer, and hopefully prescription free. So today's topic is going to probably ruffle some feathers, and I'm okay with that because I think sometimes some feathers, they just need to be ruffled. So I was a pre-med major right out of high school, and I studied the system from that side and decided to change routes. Years later, I decided to get my bachelor's of science in alternative medicine because I saw the other side of health. So I'm just going to put it out there. We're being sold sick care and not health care. A prescription pad is now the first line of defense, and I've ridden that ride. I've sat in the doctor's office, many of you have too, been handed a diagnosis and a pill or two or three or four without even a single question about my lifestyle or how I was living my life. And you know what? That moment woke me up, because I feel so strongly that for every pill you take to silence a symptom, you risk creating a domino effect of new problems no one warned you about. And they're not going to. So this episode isn't just a rant, it's a reset. So today I'm giving you science-backed, straight shooting, BS-free ways to age strong, live long, and break free from the pharmacy trap. So if you're sick of being told, this is just what happens when you get older, if you're tired of your body feeling like a side effect checklist, if you want actionable holistic strategies to reclaim your energy, your body, and your power, then this is your episode. So let's get into it. Big Pharma spends more than $20 billion a year marketing to doctors, not to you, but to the people who write the prescriptions. And the system incentivizes quantity, not quality, pills, not prevention. So your 7-minute appointment with your primary care doctor, yeah, it's not about helping you thrive, usually. It's about checking a box and sending you on your way. Now, I'm not saying all doctors are bad. Absolutely not. I have some that are friends. I've had some on the podcast. They're brilliant, compassionate, and they're in it for the right reason. But even they are working in a broken system that rewards prescribing, not prevention. And listen, I know sometimes medication is necessary, and I will absolutely never tell someone to throw away their prescriptions without some sort of a plan. But too many of us are on long-term meds for conditions that could have been prevented, reversed, or radically improved through nutrition, movement, mindset, and just changing the way that you're living your life. So let me paint this picture for you. Someone walks into their doctor's office and they feel tired. They feel bloated, moody. They've noticed they've been gaining weight, even though they really haven't been changing the way that they're eating. They can't sleep, and their anxiety is through the roof. This sounds like a lot of people I know. But when they get their lab works done, they all come back pretty good. Says they're fine. But what the doctors many times will recommend and what they'll say is, let's try Lexapro, maybe a PPI for your reflux. Oh, and your cholesterol's a little high, so here's a statin. That's 3 meds in one visit. And what happens next? It's not 100%, but it's very possible. The SSRI is going to dull their mood. The PPI leads to low stomach acid, which as a result causes nutrient malabsorption, specifically B12, iron, calcium, and magnesium. The statin can deplete CoQ10, which is essential for energy production in your cells. So now what could happen is this particular person or patient is probably going to become even more anxious, more tired, and more dependent. And the root causes of a lot of these symptoms was stress, gut imbalance, poor sleep, hormonal shifts that were never even addressed. So that's the loop. It's the prescription hamster wheel. And guess what, y'all? It's legal. And guess what? It's 100% profitable. And it's leaving millions of people feeling numb, broke, and disconnected from their own bodies. So let's shift gears, because this isn't just a takedown and Abby's out to destroy the medical conventional medicine community. This is a wake-up call, because let's start with talking just about the average American's metabolic health. 88% of Americans are metabolically unhealthy. Well, what the hell does that mean, Abby? This is what it means. It means about only 12% of people have normal levels of blood sugar, blood pressure, cholesterol, triglycerides, and a healthy waist to hip ratio. So as your fitness chick, I'm not just talking about the importance of being fit and healthy so that you look good in a bikini here. I'm talking about avoiding disease, inflammation, cognitive decline, and early death, because people are living longer, but the quality of life certainly isn't there. So what are these meds doing? But the good news is you can start improving your metabolic health literally in a matter of days by doing these simple lifestyle changes. So strength training, blood sugar balanced meals, morning sunlight, walking after meals, sleep optimization, and stress management. These are all low cost, some of them no cost, but high impact solutions, but no one profits off of them. So they're not getting pushed. So I know it can feel overwhelming, and I know you might be thinking, but Abby, I've been on these meds forever. I don't even know what my body would do if I went off of them. My body's already inflamed. Is it too late for me? Let me be crystal clear. First of all, I'm not telling you to go throw away your meds and stop taking them. Please do not absolutely do that. But I want you to know it's not too late for many of you. I've worked with people in their 50s, 60s, 70s. I think I've even had a couple in their 80s who have come off multiple medications, not by doing anything extreme, but simply by building consistent habits and learning how to support their bodies through movement and good fuel. And the first step isn't necessarily physical, it's mental, because you have to stop seeing your body as the enemy and start seeing it as your partner in healing. Because I promise you, when you give your body what it needs, it will fight for you. So if this has helped you to take the blindfold off a little bit, let's talk about what your battle plan should look like. Because once you know the system isn't built to help you thrive necessarily, you basically have 2 choices. You can stay stuck in the cycle, or if it's possible, you can break free. And breaking free, again, it does not start with throwing away all your medications. Please do not do that. It starts, though, with rebuilding trust with your body and listening to it, because it's always telling you something. You just have to stop and listen. So let's start where most people would never even think to look. And I'm talking about your gut. You've probably heard that phrase, gut feeling. It's not just a saying, it's biology. Over 90% of your serotonin, which is your feel-good, mood-regulating brain chemical, it's not made in your brain. It's made in your gut. And when your gut is inflamed, leaking, or dysregulated, you can feel anxious, depressed, moody, foggy, and even disconnected from your body. So if you're eating like an average American, which is high sugar, low fiber, highly processed diet, I think I just heard that the diet of American, 58% of it's processed food, you're feeding inflammation And if you're on antibiotics, antacids, or certain antidepressants, you may be damaging your gut lining and altering your microbiome. So the healing starts here. Eat 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day. Include fermented foods like sauerkraut, kefir, and kimchi. Take a broad spectrum probiotic with at least 20 billion CFUs. Avoid NSAIDs and alcohol where possible. Behave. Reduce added sugar and seed oils. Now, I'm not saying eliminate them. Reduce. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful underprescribed prescriptions out there, strength training. Muscle isn't just about looking toned. It's an endocrine organ. Yes, your muscle tissue communicates with your brain, with your hormones, and your metabolism. So here's what happens when you decide to get on the weight lift and train and start building lean muscle. You increase insulin sensitivity, aka better blood sugar control. You balance estrogen and testosterone naturally. You reduce visceral belly fat. You improve bone density, which is critical for post age 40. You boost your metabolism even while you're at rest. And you reduce the risk of dementia and cognitive decline. And yet, how often has a doctor ever prescribed strength training before writing a prescription? Rarely. Rarely, if ever. So muscle is the foundation of metabolic health, longevity, and hormone balance. So if you're in midlife and you're feeling tired, soft, and sluggish, your problem isn't your age. It's your lack of muscle. At least that's part of the problem. So start with full body strength training 3 times a week. We're not Olympic training here. These can be very simple workouts. We want to do progressive overload, which means you're going to lift heavier over time because our goal is strength. We're going to prioritize recovery with protein, hydration, and sleep. So your body isn't breaking down because of age. It's breaking down because of neglect. But the good news is that's fixable and you're in charge. Let's talk about supplements. I love supplements. There's a lot of them that really can serve a high purpose. A lot of them contribute to just a really expensive pee, but there's many that when used intentionally can really increase dramatically healing your deficiencies. So let me walk you through some science-backed essentials. The first one I want to talk about is magnesium glycinate. Over 70% of adults are deficient in this. And what it helps with is sleep, anxiety, muscle recovery, and blood sugar. Vitamin D3 and K2, those are essential for your immune health, your hormone production, and your calcium regulation. Omega-3s are powerful anti-inflammatory, crucial for your heart, brain, and joint health. A lot of this can be found in foods, healthy fats like salmon. B-complex, if you're on hormonal birth control or metformin or SSRIs, you're likely depleted in B-complex. And B vitamins are going to give you energy, metabolism, and help with mood stabilization. CoQ10, especially important, like I mentioned a little bit ago, if you're taking statins, because this is going to help to support your heart health and your mitochondrial energy. But the thing you have to realize is there's no supplement that can outrun poor lifestyle, bad sleep, high stress, or nutrient dead food. They're just the icing on a very well-built cake. So let's get real. You cannot fix your body if you're still treating yourself like the enemy. The way you talk to yourself literally changes your biochemistry. Studies show that chronic negative self-talk increases your cortisol, shrinks your hippocampus, which is your memory center, and raises your inflammation markers. So I'm talking stinking thinking, that bad self-talk. So what if your healing journey started with just you believing it's possible? Here's what I want you to say. And I'm not trying to sell you rainbows and puppies and unicorns and bullshit, but this is science-backed stuff. You have to talk good to yourself. So I want you to say, I'm not broken. I'm learning to rebuild my body with wisdom, grace, and power. I'm not too old. I'm not too far gone. And I want you to know that your future is not defined by the pills you're taking today. You are the author. You hold the pen to your next chapter. You're the CEO of your life. So it's time that you start acting like it. Because here's the deal. Doctors are trained to treat disease, not always to promote health. I think I read that they have about 25 hours of nutrition training. So to promote your health, that's your job. So the next time you're in your doctor's office, you have every right to ask questions. So if you're diagnosed with something, say, what's causing this? Are there lifestyle options I can try before going on meds? What are the long-term side effects of this medication? Are there labs we can run to look deeper? Can you refer me to a nutritionist or a functional practitioner? You deserve informed care, not autopilot scripts. Don't be shy about it. Don't be a Karen, but ask your questions. You deserve the answers. So we are not going backward. This movement, the one you're now a part of, it's growing. More people are fed up with the healthcare system. More people are asking questions. More people are lifting weights. More people are swapping prescriptions for purpose, prevention, and power. So you just have to be willing to shift and expand your mindset. You have the ability to age without feeling like a prisoner in your own body. So let's age with clarity, with joy, with muscle, with strength, with calm, and with energy. So it all starts here with one decision. You have to just make the choice that you're sick of feeling yucky if that's where you're at in your life. You have to stop outsourcing your power and start owning your future. If this episode lit a fire under you, like it, share it, follow it. Send it to a friend who you think might be stuck in the prescription cycle, who Googles every time they're sick and then they think they're dying. So send it to a friend. And I would love for you to check out my website by going to www.yourfitnesschick.com. I would love to be a part of you can be my next success story. And if you're ready to go deeper, make sure you grab my free 90 Days to Thrive guide. I'm going to put the live link in the description and also as the first comment to this episode, because your breakthrough, it starts with one brave decision, and you already made it just by listening to this entire episode. So let me be clear. I am not against conventional medicine. Sometimes you do need it. Full stop. There are moments where medication saves lives, and I'm so grateful that they exist. But what I'm against is jumping straight to the prescription pad without ever asking why the problem started in the first place. There's a time and place for meds, but there's also a time to rebuild, reset, and prevent. And hey, another thing, quick disclaimer before the internet police Karens come for me. I am not a doctor. I'm not claiming to be a doctor. I'm just someone who's been through the fire, fed up. I read the science. I've lived the healing, and I refuse to hand my health over to a broken system. So take what lands, leave what doesn't, and always talk to a real doctor, preferably one who doesn't hand out meds like Tic Tacs. So check out my programs by going to www.yourfitnesschick.com and go out there and live life fully. And I'll see you here on the next episode. Hey, it's Abby, your fitness chick. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Your support means the world to me and allows me to keep creating inspiring content just like this. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so we can stay connected and motivated all week long. You can find me on all my social media platforms. Links are in the show notes. And be sure to visit my website at www.yourfitnesschick.com for more resources to help you crush your goals. A huge thank you to you, my listeners. You inspire me every single day. I'll catch you in the next episode.